2023 is the 60th year of Lamborghini, and what better way to celebrate it than driving some of these beautiful cars that the brand produces. We are in Italy and we are driving the Huracan Tecnica, the Urus S, the Urus Performante. Of course, the special star for the day is the Huracan Tecnica. In fact, the Huracan range itself, because Huracan is now going to be the last naturally aspirated range from Lamborghini as its future lineup gets electrified. So join us in for the fun as we drive these cars through the beautiful countryside of Italy here. We started our drive in the morning from the Lamborghini factory. Right now we are somewhere in the Moodena hills and we're going to go further up. But before we start that drive, just let me give you a feel of the sound and the way the Huracan Tecnica comes to life. Flip this open like a fighter jet, thumb it. Alright, so right now we are driving the Huracan Tecnica and working our way up these twisty roads of Moodena Hill, trying to get to the top. And what a road this is! Beautiful Italian countryside, and what a machine! Now this is a car that is truly special. And why? Not just because it's a Lamborghini, because the Huracan range, if you look at it right now, this is the last time you'll see a naturally aspirated Huracan. After this, when the Huracan range gets an all-new model, it will be an electrified one, like the Revuelto is now a hybrid. So this is the last of those cars that has a mad, loud, howling V10 engine singing at the back. And what a better place than to be working that engine really hard than these beautiful twisty Italian countryside roads. About the car itself, well, this one has a V10 engine developing 631 horsepower. And you know what makes that even more special than a regular Huracan? All of that power is going to the rear wheel. So this is even better as a driver's car. That's what makes the Huracan Tecnica so special. Unlike many other Lambos, the power is not going to all four wheels, not an all-wheel drive car. So yes, it's a bit of a hair-raising car to drive, a bit more, if I might say, a bit of a risky car to drive, but it's more fun as well because it has that wild side to it. Alright, now about the sound. The sound that the Huracan Tecnica makes is mind-blowing. This is how the Huracan Tecnica sounds. So right now I'm driving the second car of the day today, and that's the Urus S. If you might, slightly more comfortable Urus. And well, again, as an SUV, you don't feel that you're driving an SUV, and that to a large SUV. Its dynamics are so brilliantly sharp. I mean, around these twisty sections that we're going through, and the way that we have been pushing the car, oh boy, the fun you can have with this car is phenomenal. I mean, just a few minutes into driving this car hard and you start wondering what kind of sorcery have Lamborghini engineers done with the suspension and dynamics of this SUV, which doesn't feel like an SUV. It feels like you're driving a sports car, probably with a lot more ground clearance, which is the reason why you get a high-seated view of the world up front and on your side. But dynamics-wise, it's a brilliant vehicle to drive, a proper Lamborghini. So in case you are someone who's thinking that, well, the Urus might not give you the proper Lamborghini experience, think again. It will give you the proper Lamborghini experience, all the speed, the dynamics, and also the sound. Yeah, listen to that exhaust. So it has everything that you would expect from a Lamborghini and more. It's comfortable, it has all features, it has a spacious cabin, so you can actually take your friends and family out in a Lamborghini, which wasn't possible in the past. So yeah, I mean, the Urus S, again, a brilliant vehicle, a brilliant SUV, and you can either right now go for, say, the Urus Performante as well. The difference between the Urus S is that it's less hardcore than the Performante. Speaking of which, the next car that we are going to drive will be the Performante. So let's see how hardcore can the Urus get as an SUV. Alright, so here it is, the Urus Performante, the most hardcore version of the Urus. And once again, beautiful Italian countryside roads, winding roads. So this is the perfect place to be driving the Urus Performante. And well, it's not that I've just started driving it, been driving it for a while, and I can tell you this, that the Performante lives up to its name. It is a truly hardcore performance SUV. The Urus S, it was already brilliant, but this just takes the game to a different level in terms of how dynamically sharp an SUV can be. This is an absolutely no compromises SUV in terms of handling and dynamics. It just flies through turns, and the way it is glued to the ground, the amount of grip you have, and almost no body roll despite like pushing the car hard through corners. Well, this is something that you just don't expect from an SUV of this size and weight, but it just behaves like a proper compact sports car. It just doesn't feel like an SUV. Well, even the Urus S doesn't, but this, like I said, just takes the game to a different level. So at the end of the day, after driving the Huracan Tecnica, the Urus S, and the Urus Performante through these brilliant Italian countryside roads, what I can tell you is that, of course, Lamborghini makes some brilliant cars and all of these are brilliant machines. But as the brand celebrates its 60th anniversary, let us also take a moment to celebrate something that is gradually disappearing, something that our future generations might not be able to enjoy, savor the joy of, and that's the combustion engine. All of these cars that we have driven today, they're all cars that have no electrification, they're not hybrids, they're just pure petrol engines, and that is what makes driving such a fun. Yes, electric cars have a lot of torque, they can be faster than petrol cars, but they do not have the kind of engagement that these cars offer. They do not offer the kind of soul. I mean, electric cars, I find it hard to find any kind of soul or any way to relate to them, but these cars are just different. And when it comes to loving cars, it doesn't get better than this. And this sound, wow. Well, these are the joys of motoring that in a few years from now will be gone and we will miss terribly. But this is what makes driving so much fun, and this is the reason why Lamborghini makes some of the best performance cars in the world. And what a day it has been driving these brilliant machines through some fantastic roads in Italy, right from the factory where these cars are born. It doesn't get better than this.